But, there's some news, football news. Brian, I love football. I think you love football. Most people love football. Stop with the new football leagues. Haven't they learned? You know what? People like NFL football, not just any football thrown together, and they think that people are going to watch. What was that league? The AFF or what was that league? AAF? What was that?
What was it? AAF? I can't even remember, right? But
AAF, right?
It barely got off the ground.
It really should have been the
XFL.
WTF, is what it should have been.
I think if they had a league that was named that, people might just understand this isn't competing with the NFL. You might have more chances for success. That's the biggest problem they make. They have their sights set way too high on what this league is going to end up being. It's like, dude, you're competing against the NFL. You're going to get squashed.
And then, Vince McMahon, who's a smart businessman, tries to revive the XFL, which failed on NBC. You remember that,
yeah,
Brian? And that failed, so he want to try it again. And I'm like, dude, you could go to the tallest building in New York, Detroit, LA, and just throw the money off the roof. Okay, it's the same thing. What are you doing? All his poor kids and their grandkids. What are you doing with our inheritance? You know what I mean? What, a football league, the XFL, that thing didn't last. I mean, if you can't last with Vince McMahon and his money, Brian, how? And now here we go.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel has joined the new fan-controlled football startup league. And Vince, please, tell me what this is and why Johnny Manziel is attached to this.
So it's basically it's a fan-controlled football league. It's going to be 7-on-7 games where fans set the rosters, call plays, and interact in a blend of traditional and esports environments. And if you guys like esports, are the Madden, NBA Live, bunch of different things out there where it's competitive sports where they're playing video games. I don't know exactly how it's going to work that way, but the teams will play a 6-week schedule with games live streamed on Twitch from a league leased facility in Atlanta. The games will last about an hour. The field will be 50 by 35 yards with 10-yard end zones, and players will have backgrounds in college Division 1 and 2 programs, along with they'll use from CFL, XFL, and indoor football league.
Sign me up.
Yeah,
I just can't wait.
So the league will begin with 4 teams, and it's actually going to have some interesting owners, celebrity owners. NFL players include Richard Sherman, Austin Eckler, and Marshawn Lynch, who's recently retired. Other owners include Mike Tyson, hip-hop artist Quavo, who's part of Migos, and Menery, who I'm not sure who that one is. But, it's a little bit of a twist on. I feel like could be like a flag football thing, but it doesn't really say. But Manziel got drawn into this through a comedian who introduced him to the founders of the league. So that's how he got into it.
Brian, how much of a fall from grace is this for Johnny Manziel?
Oh,
seriously.
Come on, man. It's at the bottom rung, right? Like, this is at the bottom here, but. I think that's the funniest part is a comedian got Johnny Manziel into this thing, right? Like we're looking at how this all came together.
Yeah,
I would just say this, Rob.
And when it's time to pay him, he's going to hear a rim shot when the check bounces.
I know, right? But, I mean, I don't care who's involved with the league, who's running a team. I care about who's playing.
Right.
I'm not going to go out of my way to see what Richard Sherman is saying if he's like trying to influence a play being called, or if Mike Tyson says something on the sideline. Like, I care about who's playing the game. If I don't know who's playing out there, who's on the field, I'm not going to be interested in it.
You know what? These guys, these NFL players, they might as well, to sink money into this, you might as well open up a record shop, because it's just as much of a waste of money as opening up a record shop in this day and age. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? No, people aren't going to watch. We just saw 2 leagues. Remember, Bill Polian was a part of that AAF or whatever it was, right? You had big names behind it. They had a TV contract with CBS.
Yes,
they almost didn't pay the payroll in week 2.
Yeah, they were on, I believe, ABC and ESPN. Like, they had major networks broadcasting their games. They had innovative ideas. They had coaches mic'd up. Some of the players are mic'd up. They're doing interviews in different ways. They're putting bells and whistles on it. And if we don't know who's playing quarterback or who's on the field, it's not going to be successful. And that's not me saying, I don't want it to be successful. That's just the way it is. If we aren't familiar with who's out there and it isn't an attraction, we're not going to go out of our way to watch it.
I like Johnny Manziel was it, wasn't he? Wasn't he the cat's meow? Brian, am I exaggerating?
No, he's a Heisman Trophy winner, first-round pick, then washed out of the league quickly and tried to revive it. Didn't they kick him out of the CFL?
Yes.
I swear, they're like, get out. You're
CFL.
gone. Yeah, kicked out of the CFL, and now he's going to resurface with a, what is it, some sort of fan-controlled league. Okay, all right, if you are being objective and you're buying, think about this league as a stock. Are you buying stock in this league thinking it's going to be successful? Like, put rooting interest to the side. This is just your money. There's no way I would buy this league for it to be successful.
I'm just like, leave it alone. You know what? I keep telling people, stop it. People love their NFL football, and then you got the college football. That's enough, Brian, isn't it? We got enough football. Thank you. I want the football season to end, right? After the Super Bowl. I do. And I want to be into other sports and watch the NBA playoffs and watch baseball and watch hockey playoffs or whatever it is after that. And then I look forward to September and a new season. I don't want football every week. Do you?
No, I don't. I like the off season because it makes you long for the season to come back even more. And then when it finally does, it feels great. I don't want the football season to go through whatever, April or May with this spring league. I just don't want that. If it's a great product, I'll watch it. But I'm more like you. I like how it's set up, and it's got to be something that's pretty extraordinary for me to change my patterns. Think about, we were talking about this with the NBA last hour, with the ratings.
Yeah.
I think because the NBA, they were playing games and it wasn't their typical season.
Right. They were playing against baseball. They were playing against other things. And you know what? The ratings suffered big time.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I think
that
LA,
had a big effect.
In L.A., you ready for this? The Dodgers' ratings were better than the Lakers. The Dodgers' ratings were better than the Lakers. Because of, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, both teams are loved in L.A., but I'm saying the time of the year, there are people here who are Dodger fans, right? You know that. 4 million people buy tickets every year, and their team is in the World Series. What are you watching? I mean, what are you watching?
Yeah, so good luck is all I can say for any startup football league when you are, like, you're basically going to be compared to the NFL. So there's that. That's going completely against you. And then whatever seasons you're infringing on, a lot of people get into their habits of, hey, it's this month, I watch this sport, or I watch this league, or whatever. So you're competing against that too. Good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. God bless you if you work it out.
So there's two things I would love to hear people chime in. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Brian, two things. A, do you have any interest in this new fan-controlled league, which will be shocking in itself, but also the fall from grace for Johnny Manziel, that you know, at 28 years old, you're washed out, and you're doing this, this guy was a Heisman Trophy winner, right? Top pick. He had everything going. He was it. People were all fired up about Johnny Manziel. And I hope that, I'm not saying he should go, crawl up in a ball in a corner and not do anything in life.
Yeah.
But this just doesn't seem right.
But this should be, I hope that Dwayne Haskins sees this report of Johnny Manziel being involved in this league. And I hope Dwayne Haskins says, you know what? I got to start making better decisions and be a professional here, because the way Johnny Manziel washed out of the league, I can do that too if I don't take care of my business. You don't want to be a part of the fan-controlled startup league. You want to be in the NFL where the real money is. So hopefully Dwayne Haskins can get on track, because Johnny Manziel sure didn't.
I don't know. I think the only people who would be interested in this league are people who are interested in controlled substances. Oh, I'm sorry.
The Controlled Substances League. You should have everybody's on a controlled substance out on the field. Let's see what happens here.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
All right, the Fan Control Football League starts up in February. There it is, right after the Super Bowl. We'll be ready. Is Johnny Manziel enough to make you want to watch? Or do you want to break from football? We want to hear from football fans.
That's right, Rob. So we want to hear what the people have to say about it. We're going out to Joe in Austin. He's up first. Joe, you're on The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. Go ahead, bud.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing great. Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year to you guys. Yeah, ask real quick, what's Chris doing? You know, what is a sports radio host do?
Worshiping, man.
It's
a Worship Wednesday. You know, he's worshiping.
Chris has got the big contract. I'm just the also-ran. He's off for 2 weeks, and he'll be back on Monday. But we're holding it down.
All right.
You know, I have to go to Antarctica just to get a week off. I never would have 2 weeks off.
I hear you, man. Yeah, I wanted to call in. When it comes to the new league, I think, I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm a fan of organized sports from rec to pro. You know, I appreciate people getting together, playing sports. I think it's great. But I never heard anything like this. When it comes to Manziel, I'm definitely going to watch just to see how he plays because it's been so long. But let me ask y'all this. Y'all ever seen the Manziel go on Gruden's quarterback show? Anybody remember that?
Yeah. I kind of vaguely remember.
I would definitely go on YouTube and check it out. That video aged so well because Gruden really breaks him down because he was getting so popular and he was already kind of, not being a pro, and he was asking me, he's like, do I want to draft you? And just listen to what Manziel says. It's classic. So he's totally just lying through his teeth, and you could just see, from the results of what happened.
About what happened. Man, we appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Man, I'll tell you what, Rob, Johnny Manziel always said the right thing. Didn't always do it, but every time he screwed up, he's like, I just got to be better, I got to mature, and then it just never quite worked out. But we're asking about this new league that he's a part of. Are you interested in the fan-controlled league that Johnny Manziel is taking part in starting in February? JJ is in Indiana. JJ, you're on The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. Fire away, man.
Hey, what's up, Rob and Brian? First of all, Rob, you're never a scrub and sub, just to let you know, my brother.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the support here on the show. You know I'm just playing around.
Hey, you both, listen here. People are going to watch it, but I got a question. Johnny Manziel, he shows up all the time. Mr. Money, I like him. What is his major? Why is he not in telecommunications? Why is he not trying to call games from his alma mater or something like that? That's the first question. The second question is...
that's a good question. I don't know.
The second question to that is, what's going on as far as the side of it? It seems like they're starting these leagues to give more opportunities for betting purposes.
Yeah, but the only problem is the other two leagues, thanks for the call, we appreciate it, Happy New Year. Brian, anybody can start a league. I mean, we just talked about it. These two leagues that just started, the XFL with Vince McMahon, right? I mean, the wrestling mogul, and he had ESPN games and ABC and Fox, and people didn't watch, right?
Yeah.
They had the backing.
Yeah, and look, you got to be affiliated with the NFL. I think that's what the AAF was trying to do. They were trying to be partners with the NFL, but the NFL was like, we're good, right? Like, I think you have to have some type of partnership with the NFL, or you're going to be looked at as the stepson, right? You're going to look at,
but see,
you know what? As a secondhand league.
Right, and they try to do it like they're a minor league. No, we already have minor league football. That's college football. So we're not looking for, do you know what I mean? Like that, like we already have something else to watch the people progress and get to the next level, right? We have that. So I don't understand when they talk about, well, it's an alternative league and it's going to help other. No, I don't buy it.
No, thumbs down on it. We've got Vince in Virginia. His thoughts on this new fan-controlled startup football league. Vince, you're on The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio.
All right, thank you. I'm a diehard football fan, but normally after February or after the Super Bowl, I'm into NASCAR. The Daytona 500 is right around the corner, so my focus is really on NASCAR. But, Rob, I got a question for you. I know you're a baseball guy. I always meant to ask you this about because I know the L.A. Dodgers. You mentioned that in your last segment. What do you think the reason was the World Series between the Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays? Why was the TV ratings not so good? And I'll just take my question off the air. Thank you.
Well, all the sports were down, and I think it was just a combination. And probably would have been higher, Brian, had it been the Yankees and Dodgers, right? I mean, Tampa Bay is not going to move the needle for most people. They're not going to know who the players are on the team. They were a good team. But the NBA ratings, I mean, LeBron James played in the lowest rated NBA finals ever. Just think about what I just told you. Ever.
It's wild to me. That blows my mind. And I get it. You don't have as much competition right now for the NBA. And I think that's partly why the ratings are much better. But it still blows my mind that the finals ratings were that bad.
Right.
When you're just aching for sports to come back, and then it came back, and a lot of fans were like, whatever.
And
LeBron
understand. Is attached, and it was a chance for him to win a third championship with 3 different franchises, so that was something unique. And it still didn't bring people to the TV sets.
Yeah, it was wild. All right, we want to sneak in one more. Mac is in Oregon. Does he care about this new fan-controlled startup football league? Mac, you're on The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. Go for it, man.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Parker. All right. Here we go, sir. Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. My thought is about the AFC and the NFC. Now they want to put in 17 games. What we ought to do is put it that the NFC plays 17 different games, and then the playoffs is about playing in your conference, stuff like that. Make more diversity, sir. All right, that's it.
All right.
Praise Jehovah for Worship Wednesday. Praise Jehovah.
All right. Happy New Year to you as well. We appreciate it.
I thought he was going to give me a shout out there, Rob. He was like, Mr. Parker and Mr. He's like, I don't know the other guy. Mr. Parker. He just doubled up on you.
He's in Oregon. How does he not know you?
Yeah, right? What's up with that?
Come on. You got the big show in Portland. Are you kidding?
I don't know what's up with Mac. He'll be better next time, I think.
That ain't right. That stinks, to be honest. All right.